Mirana. I can play Mirana and like roaming pretty well, but
Right.
it's like hard supporting. I support. I buy wards, and then suddenly 10 minutes later, I haven't bought a single ward, and I've got 3 items, and I'm I'm now the farmer. I'm now the carry. I just so I because I don't know what to do. I just resolve back to just farming. Sort of like if I see a camp, I'm like, oh, this camp's not being farmed, so I'll farm it, and then
Yeah.
I'll end up not actually doing what support really should be doing.
No, that's actually a very common thing with people who switch from long-term core play to support play. This is a very, very common thing that what you just told me.
Yeah.
Secondly, if you're actually trying to increase your MMR and you think supporting is the way to go, then I have some bad news for you. You if you want to increase your MMR, then for 4K, that 3.9K to 4.1K, if you're stuck in that bracket, the best way to do that, the best way to break out of that bracket is by playing mid.
Well, I'm not really aiming to raise my MMR in the sense that
Okay.
like I'm. If I wanted to, I had a goal of getting to 4K like a year ago. I got there about I got there like 8 months ago.
Yeah.
I then played Overwatch, and so I'm not like really that bothered. I just want to sort of get better.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
That's fine. No,
I'm not.
that's good. That's good.
I
Um.
yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I just really don't give a shit about MMR. As long as I don't go below 4K, at least I can always claim myself. I'm not a 3K scrub.
I mean, to be very honest with you, if you're 4056, then you will be falling down to 3.9 to going up to 4.1 ish. Actually,
Well,
you
no,
might even be going down to 3.8 to 4.1 because that's really the 300 ish MMR in the EU bracket that is extremely tough to break out of, and it's actually one of the hardest brackets to be very honest. 2.5K, and then 3.9, 4.1. This bracket is extremely tough to get out of.
it was tough to get from 3K to 4K. That was. Oof.
Well, you're still there. You're not out of the woods yet. Just because you've broken
I'm,
the
out, I'm,
4K,
I'm out of the
the
3K. I'm out of the 3K.
don't be disappointed if you fall back because this happens. This you go back, you go back up, you come back down, you go back up. If you maintain a 55% win rate, you will be going down, you will be going up. So it's not a big deal. Don't be disheartened or disappointed when oh, dagger last hits. That's nice. I should get that one.
What's that?
Oh, let me share the screen. Um, let me just share the screen with you.
If you link it in Skype, it's probably better. Otherwise, it goes into
Yeah.
that.
No, I'm doing it in Skype. No, I was just looking at your
Oh yeah.
exalted manifold paradox because I've got what does mine have? I only got the standard kills and assassination score.
Well, I love
Oh,
buying cosmetics.
you don't have yeah. Okay.
um,
No. So what I was saying was that yeah, the bracket is tough to get out of, and don't be disappointed if you go
I
back
don't
down or
really care.
yeah. Okay, that's good. Um, how old are you?
21.
Okay, so you're young, so that's fine. Um,
I'm not really aiming to go pro. If
no,
I'm
no, it's
just
not.
yeah.
It's not
It,
about going pro. It's the older you get, the slower your reactions get,
yeah,
and
of course.
all that jazz. And to be honest, as of the last week, my right clicking finger has started to freeze up for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. My knuckle has started hurting. So I don't know.
Oh,
So it happens when you get old. So don't be don't be surprised when age catches up to you.
yeah,
Anyway, so yeah, supporting. Let's just jump into it right away. Oh yeah, the link I sent you.
yeah.
This link. This is a new thingy. Just discovered it recently, and it is pretty damn good for supports. You probably want to try it in a custom bot game for a couple of games until you get used to the voice and all that stuff. So let me just give you a quick. Uh, refresh. Yeah. So it's something like
The ward you have on Radiant bot jungle seems to have been destroyed by the enemy team.
you see that?
What, watching The Alchemist?
No. Okay, let me go
The
back
ward you
one.
have
So
So when you hear that robot English Stephen Hawking's female version voice,
yeah.
listen to what she says.
The ward you have on Radiant bot jungle seems to have been destroyed by the enemy team.
You know.
Well, no, I think there might be something wrong with the audio coming through. I'll put it on my screen. How far is into it?
No, it's 11 minutes 40 seconds.
All right. If will that be on the link you just send?
No. No, I was just testing it out today. So
Cheers.
it's really good for supports. It's not super good for any other thing. It's good for split pushing, and it's good for supports, and it's definitely good if you are like you have difficulty boarding, because it actually gives you it tells you go for the 5 seconds before the rune. It tells you go for the rune. When your ward is about to expire, it tells you your ward is about to expire. If somebody breaks your ward, it tells
That's
you they've
pretty
broken
cool.
your ward in this location, and it tells you should probably ward the radiant jungle and this an area and this or this area. It gives you tips on where to ward as well. So I thought that was pretty good, especially for people who don't know how to ward or when to ward or forget to ward, and especially like you're not usually supporting, so you said yourself you forget to ward.
Yeah.
So
Oh God.
that's really good. I think this will be really good for you, and you can keep it on in your regular game, so you can actually turn off. Oops, wrong app.
Turn off Stanley Parable.
However,
Turn off Stanley Parable.
what is that?
That's my announcer pack. It's my pet.
No, no, not turn that off. Yeah, don't turn off your announcer. What the hell is going on? Oh God, stop. Close. Fix it. Right. You can actually tell it to do the following things like word placement, Roshan timer, missing calls, death and respawn. So like even if you are playing mid, um, and let's say the supports go missing, it'll just instead your team is never going to tell you that they're missing, so it'll call these two supports are
Oh,
missing. Yeah, so it's pretty good. If you're pushing aggressively and the enemy team is missing, it'll like tell you like I think you're in danger. You should back off. Things like that.
all
So
right.
yeah, pretty interesting. What else? Yeah, ward expiring, wards getting destroyed. It's safe to push now, etc., etc. Camp is blocked and things like that. So yeah. You should definitely give it a try, and I think it'll be really useful for you, especially because of the issues that you mentioned. But now let's
Yeah,
get
I'll give it a go.
let's get into the human side of things. So, which game do you wanna try out? Do you wanna do the analysis of first?
Well, none of those games
None of those.
probably.
Okay. Not this
Um,
one.
sorry.
Not
No,
this one. The
not the
Battle Cup.
Dazzle. The Dazzle when I was really drunk. Um,
Okay, we
no.
probably don't want to play when you're
I,
drunk.
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe actually, yeah. Why not? Let's go with the Dazzle one.
Okay.
The last time I played Dazzle, just quick disclaimer, they changed the cast point on Grave, so you're about to see me miss a lot of graves.
With Dazzle, if you haven't played Dazzle like recently, then you will always miss Graves.
Yeah, I did
Just
that a lot.
at least the first one, because it just um, it'll catch you off guard how long it takes and how quickly your teammate will die. The other thing is that with these tournament style games, captain mode game, the Battle Cup, these games tend to be extremely different from your
Yeah, of
regular.
course.
Because you will see that people, um, it's closer to your professional games in the sense that at least people are not randomly pushing here and there, and you're doing
Yeah.
random stuff. And you'll notice that at certain point in the game, people will actually start gathering up, pushing as five, doing five man things. So it's significantly different. But with the key takeaways will still be the same. Now, Smoke of Deceit buying it first, is it because you just wanted a five-man smoke gang lane or
Yeah,
something?
we were
Okay,
going 5-man top rune.
okay. Because in 4K bracket, in your bracket, you don't really need to buy smoke.
Yeah,
In a
but
regular game,
yeah,
it's not going to be of much use. But once you break the 4.2, 4.3K, then you do want to buy a Smoke of Deceit early on. Like as soon as you start the game, you want to buy a Smoke of Deceit, you want to buy a TP, and you want to buy one or two Observer wards, and then you want to TP to mid, place, well, of course, smoke here, TP to mid, place a ward in mid here,
yeah,
and then go to your start going to your lane. Um, Obviously not through the river. Start going to your lane and put the ward up here. And if you're dire, the ward I love to use is up here, right here.
yeah, yeah.
And you
Okay.
can't do this without smoking because otherwise they will see. And if they give a shit, they'll deboard it, and then you've just lost like your extremely important early game vision.
Okay.
See, your other starting items are perfectly fine. A bit too much, actually. You've got too much regen. As a healing hero, you don't need that much regen, especially Dazzle, because every time you heal your teammate,
Carry.
you're gonna
Yeah.
be healed as well. So you could have left out healing salve. Also, you never really want to go Iron Branch on a support. What you should do on Dazzle, to be honest, up till 12 minutes, you don't need boots as long as you have a windlace. So with this early gold, I would have rather, uh,
Saved for a windlace. Yeah.
yeah, save for a windlace, and as soon as you have the money, just buy the windlace. Sometimes if there are two supports, like in this case, there were two supports, I would have let Warlock buy at least one ward.
Warlock was mid.
Okay. So Shadow Demon, I would have bought a windlace to begin with, and then bought the rest of the supporting items. And even if I have no region at all, that's still fine as long as I have clarities.
Oh,
Yeah, as a support hero, as most support heroes, you don't actually need region. Um, you can actually use all your spells. You'll still be level 2 by the time, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes in. You maximum be level 2. You'll harass the enemy with your spells, mana, and whatnot, and you will run out of mana before you will run out of health. And when that happens, you can either choose to use a clarity, or you can go and suicide and TP back to lane.
yep.
Extremely. Ooh. Okay. Um. So small misplay here. Uh, you should have leveled up heal Shadow Wave 100%, because Shadow Wave actually does 80 damage for 4 targets, and that's
Yeah,
physical
it's a
damage.
lot.
So that 8 4 is a 320 damage. If you had thrown down a Shadow Wave right here, this guy would have been instantly down to half his health.
Yeah,
You guys still might kill him. That's fine. But the combination of what do you call it, SD and Dazzle. Well, what I do is, you actually are you guys actually going tri lane with SD, Dazzle, and Axe?
yeah.
Ah, okay. So you know about, so you probably picked this for that particular combo.
No, we got outdrafted like that. We said we got into the game. Just quick, this isn't really relevant, but we got into the game and we both said to the captain, "Ban Drow," because the guy he played 25 games of Drow, and then in the 2 minutes that it took for the two bans to go, he forgot. And
Ac-
so then we decided at the end, we were like, okay, let's just go offensive tri lane and try and shut him down. And we kind of
Um,
won the early game, but then we lost.
Actually, you guys have got the apart from the mid warlock, right? Apart from the mid warlock, if this was anything other than any mid hero, TA, uh, Queen of
The,
Pain,
we
Invoker, whatever.
So we've
Maybe.
actually had a lot of success with mid warlock, like because you'll see what I mean, but
Mhm.
you'll see where it goes wrong. But we've actually had quite a lot of success with him.
Well, the issue then comes down to the fact that you actually don't have that much sustainable damage because Void does not do right click damage, right?
Yeah. The
And
problem was Axe.
uh,
You'll see if you watch it. It's,
okay, okay, Nightmare. It's not this one, right? It's not. Never mind.
no.
Okay. No, the thing is, you guys are so strong in this lane. You guys can actually crush this lane. You guys can get like easily 5 kills in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The
No. We
combination.
just
Just wait
Yeah.
and see.
We do.
The thing is, like, this guy's almost dying, and you guys aren't actually using the combo that is, that is SD and Dazzle and Axe. So what the combo is, Shadow Demon disrupts, and Axe goes in. As soon as the disruption ends, Axe calls, and then immediately Dazzle throws the heal
Right.
bomb,
Yeah.
and that's a guaranteed kill on any hero. We tried this on what do you call it? Tide Hunter, Timbersaw, every single tankiest hero. They will die at every level. In the laning stage, of course, in the first 10 minutes, it is extremely strong. You actually don't really need to leave the lane. So yeah, it's not. I'm just telling you that because of the fact that you could have done that much in lane, but this is more of the thing that it's battle cup and not too much about supporting. So, all right, let's go to the beginning again and see what you need to be doing as a support. So in a tri lane, when you're in a tri lane, you definitely want to be blocking this camp right here.
Yeah.
Blocking it with an observer isn't always the best thing because observer, you need vision. So you probably do it with the sentry. But even if you like in this particular situation, you obviously don't have a sentry, so just do it with an observer. And when you had the chance, when you guys went over there, that was your chance to do it. Otherwise, you have to put the ward here because you want to see if somebody's coming in.
Yeah,
Not
but
putting.
that's what I mean by my lack of sport knowledge. I would have done that had I had I remembered. I probably had that in mind.
I mean,
Just
you
thought,
had the ward. You should have placed it. So who placed this particular ward here? The warlock do that?
it must have been the Shadow Demon or me, or I don't
No,
know.
you
I
didn't
can't
do that.
remember.
You didn't do that. You didn't do that. Another ward area could have been this one, but I think in the tri lane, this is completely useless. Yeah, definitely block this camp. The reason why you want to block the camp in a tri lane is because first of all, aggressive tri lane means you have very little possibility of getting XP. Um, if you leave this camp unblocked, then they can actually stack and pull, and what that happens is it denies you even more XP. Even if you guys come and contest it, if one or two creeps die, that's a huge amount of XP because you're splitting it 3 ways, right? So that's the main reason why you want to block this camp so that they can't actually deny you XP, and they want to block this camp because you actually can pull this
Put through,
camp
yeah.
and do the same thing to them. Now diving in this deep for just some harass, two of you, is absolutely not worth it um, because you guys are being, you're not going to get a kill on him. A creep wave is coming in. You want to pull this camp. One person should be harassing while the other support. So always in a tri lane, whether you're on this side or you're on this side, one person needs to be harassing while the other one does the stacking and pulling or single stacks or whatever, pulling, some sort of pulling, because you don't want to be splitting the XP 3 ways. As a support, XP is extremely important. If you've noticed in high level games, you'll see that in a lane, usually the carry will be level 6 while the support is still level 2 or level 3. And that's fine. That's a good support. A bad support is level 5 when the carry is level 5. That's horrible support actually, because you've just leached all the XP from the carry. You don't just want to let the carry get all the farm, but you also want to let the carry get as much XP as possible. Getting XP as a support is extremely tough. The main way you get XP in the early game is mostly through camp stacking. and pulling. And obviously, when somebody's diving your tower in the mid lane or off lane or something, then you TP in for support. So um, the next thing you want to always, so you had 700 gold as a support. That is unheard of, and that should really never happen. By this time, you should have bought more wards. Let's see. Who bought the wards? I think Shadow Demon bought the wards. Okay, so you should immediately, you can shift click items in the shop and put them and you
Yeah, no,
click
no,
them.
no. Of course, I
Okay,
know. Yeah,
so
I think it might be a bug with I might have not have had something there, but
no, you can't
sometimes.
actually see it in the replay what there is in the
Yeah.
quick test. I think you can't actually see it. But you want to have, this is what I like to do as a support. Sometimes I forget to buy wards, but I shift click like 5 wards here.
Oh, you can do multiple things.
Yeah. I'll show you afterwards how you can do that. So you can put lots of wards here so that as soon as they come off cooldown, it does that ding sound. So you can buy it and even leave them in base. You probably don't want to bring them on the courier because you don't want just one ward flying out to you on the courier, especially not in the early game. So just buy a ward and try to communicate with your team. If that's not possible, then just keep an eye out. If the courier is coming to your lane, then just put your wards on the courier. Actually, put your wards on the courier anyway, and then when the courier comes near to you, you can grab the wards. Anyway, so what you should be getting is a pair of boots and always, always, always a TP. You should always, as any support. Okay, not any support. As most supports, you want to have a TP. The few rare exceptions to that are the supports who are extremely stagnant, and that is not Winter Wyvern. Ancient Aberration, extremely stagnant support. He does not move anywhere. Crystal Maiden, Crystal Maiden can't really offer that much to a mid a gank. So if your mid hero is being ganked, what are you gonna do? You're gonna throw a frostbite, and then you're gonna kill give yourself over to them as well. So I think it's just Lich again. Lich is also a lane support. He doesn't offer that much to the mid lane or counter gank or counter initiation or anything like that. So that is about it. And Warlock as well. Warlock does not do anything for that. So apart from these very few supports, you always want to carry TP and you want to always keep an eye out on the mid lane. And if your mid laner is here and he's being ganked, that's his own fault. You're not gonna go in to save him. He's gonna die. That's whatever. But if he's under his own tower and he's being ganked or he's dying or something, then you can TP in. You have a grave. You have heal, and most supports you will have some sort of like heal or stun or something, and you can save your mid hero. Like right here, if you had a grave, this is the exact time that you should have TP'd in.
I think in that I actually remember that occasion specifically. He said, "Don't actually TP. I'm fine."
Okay,
But
that's
yeah,
fine.
but yeah, I agree. I agree with you.
No, I was about to say actually that if your communication is good with your mid laner, like if he's a friend of yours or whatnot, then you tell him to call out. Like you don't actually need to focus then on mid at all. You should tell him to anytime you need help, tell me and I will TP immediately without even looking. But then obviously you're relying kind of on the mid laner to assess the situation more better than you. So in a pub, you don't really want them to assess the situation because every single person they will be diving a fountain. They'll be like, help, help, help. Yeah, don't do that. You need to make your own judgments. Can you actually provide anything substantial to the gank? Right now, what you're doing is so you know how trading works, right?
How? What? Say?
Trading,
Yeah.
trading right clicks. So right now, first off, you're a Dazzle. You have a pretty low right click damage, and then this guy is not only a person who has a higher right click damage, but he's also got. I was pretty sure he has. Okay, he's got 0 armor. He does have 0 armor, but he's got more damage than you, right click damage than you, and he has illusions here. So this you just lost half your HP, and okay, let's see how much HP you lost. You lost almost 250 HP, and all he lost was like just over 100 HP. So definitely a really really bad trade. But you do you don't want to start trading and then realize, oh, this is going to be a bad trade. You want to know, oh, that's why it's the Jawara. Yeah, you actually can't trade with any of the ranged heroes in this game at all. So you don't need to know beforehand what you're getting into, and you need to click on the enemy hero. That's I don't really want to get into that at the moment, but you always want to start at the game. You always want to click the offlaner or whoever you're up against in the lane, and you want to see how much region they have, how much region do you have. Of course, you're a Dazzle. That means you've got a ton of region. So trading is slightly different because you kind of want to make them use all of their region, and then you have the possibility of kill potential. So yeah, trading with this guy, you really needed to first see that how much region he has. You would have seen he's got 2 tangos, and you should have just backed off, not gone for the right clicks, because he has a fair bit of region, and he's going to do a ton of damage to you. So it's just not going to be an even trade at all. And then thirdly, healing your carry in front of a creep wave like this when he's not actually dying. What this ends up doing is he basically misses that last hit because of what you did, and also it keeps pushing the lane out, which is pretty bad because it's not too bad in this aggressive tri lane because you are pulling. So in a regular, like if you're in a safe lane tri lane, then you never want to heal the guy when he's close to the creep wave. Unless obviously the creep wave is empty. But even then, you don't want to do that because the creep wave, like some of the creeps might be low, and healing them up fully might contribute to the push. Now, small, again, going back to the XP, when you do this pull, then at least one of you should be farming that and getting that XP. Right now, you're both just babysitting Axe, and Axe doesn't need babysitting. So you guys are kind of under-leveled. Not only that, but I guess Axe is level 4. So yeah, so Axe is level 4, and you guys are level 3. This should not be the case. Axe should be at least level 5, and one of you should be level 4, and the other one, well, both of you, the remaining 2 can be level 4. But at the moment, yeah, you're both kind of under-leveled, and so is Axe. You guys are under-leveled. Sorry, Axe is under-leveled because you're both leeching the XP of the lane, and then you're under-leveled because you haven't actually been taking this farm from the side camp that you've been pulling. So, yeah, so far you're struggling quite a bit with XP.
Right.
Issues. And support, XP and gold are really, really tough to come by. It's really hard. Okay, let's see if you have it. You still don't have... you still have that one ward that you still haven't placed. And to be honest, by this time, let's see how many wards there are, because somebody bought... Okay, this guy keeps buying wards, so what is he doing with them? I don't understand. Where are the wards?
Today.
Okay, there's 2 wards on the courier. You just placed 1 ward, so 5 minutes in, you guys had 3 wards. You didn't place a single ward. So that's pretty huge. You guys are winning, and like in the kills, yeah, you guys are winning in the kill department, and you're going aggro tri lane, so there isn't much of a rotation issue. But if this was a regular tri lane, then I can guarantee you your mid hero would have died at least twice because of the lack of vision. See, okay, you threw the hail bomb a slightly bit later, and you weren't actually able to do the maximum amount of damage to him, but he still dies. Yeah, so what I was saying, like, if you don't have vision around this area, your mid laner will get ganked and he will die. So, also, you still have that smoke, so...
no, we just bought that.
Oh, okay, I thought this was from the beginning of the game.
No, we used that at the beginning too.
Oh, this is a kill. This should be a kill. This should be a kill, unless Drown knows.
Warlock's not there though, so it's not.
You don't need Warlock, because you're still level 3. You actually don't do that much damage. Let's see. How much health does she have? 660. Yeah, this can be a kill. Oh. What does she? Does she have a lot of armor? Okay, she's got a fair bit of armor. 12 armor, actually. She takes 42% less physical damage. So yeah, you guys don't actually kill her. She's already level 6. That's why. Yeah. Yeah. What you just did right now, that is extremely good. You saw that the mid laner was missing, so you actually leached, or you took all the XP from the mid lane. That's pretty good. And you always want to be doing that. Like if the mid laner is about to die or if he's going back to base, you need to see that and spend that TP, spend that 50 gold, TP into mid, and take that XP. That's really important. Of course, I'm not saying abandon your carry. If your carry is having a hard time and you need to babysit him, then obviously stay with him. But in this particular case, Axe is completely fine. And at least, okay. So now that your mid laner is back, you guys need to go back. As okay. Yeah, I can see you're you're not used to playing support. As a support, you never want to be. Your right click doesn't do it that much. So actually, you can disable your right click. To be honest, just forget that you have a right click. You don't ever want to be going this close to to the tower or in the front lines. You want to ideally stand like hover over the shadow wave, and let's say the shadow wave is right now right here. You just want to stand like 100 units behind that. So even if the guy gets gone on, you want to walk slightly forward to heal. The reason for that is because you do not want under any circumstances to be gone on first. Because if you die, and to be honest, you play carry, you play core heroes. What do you do as a core hero? You always jump those backliners. You always jump the support. You always try to kill the healer, the dazzle, the whatnot. Because once you kill him, then the fight's really easy. If you don't manage to kill the dazzle, then whoever you try to kill, he's just going to be saved. So so you need to stay in the back lines, and you need to not right click anything. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong person. Where am I? Oh, it's step into the person. Okay. It looks like you kind of are struggling with, you don't really know where you should be going or what you should be doing. And the issue here is, once again, it's a different.
So that I graved way too late there.
That's
cast
completely
point.
fine. This is gonna happen no matter what. Like this happens at every skill level. Doesn't matter. And to be honest, yeah, you could have craved a lot earlier, but it's fine. It's totally fine. Especially when you say this is the first time in a long while you're playing Dazzle. Yeah, that's fine. Completely fine. You don't need to worry about this one at all. The only thing that you need to worry about so far is two things. One of the major things is definitely you are not utilizing your time properly. You got this rune, and then you came here. You didn't really do much. Level 6, is he level 6? No, he's not level 6. I mean, he doesn't have level 6. So yeah, you got the kill on what do you call it? This guy.
No.
How did you get? No, somebody. Oh, okay, you didn't.
We didn't.
I thought this guy was down here because there were 2 flying birds. So okay, I guess they've got 3 flying birds. Yeah. So you actually didn't do much. You just died, and the issue here is that you are struggling with finding with knowing what you should be doing with your time. And the biggest reason for that, I would say, is because you guys are doing an aggro tri lane, and you probably haven't done an aggro tri lane playing a support in a long time, or not used to it, right?
No, not at all.
And also in your skill level, people don't usually aggro tri lane in this lane, safe lane either. And to be honest, even up till when you get to even 4.5k, 4.6k, people don't usually know how to tri lane, because you will have the same thing where supports are gonna be sitting around with the carry, leeching his XP. Both the supports, nobody's gonna be doing the pulls. You're gonna try to zone out the offlaner, not very successfully. Happens all the time. My team that I was part of for JDL, we had a 5K carry and one 3K support and one 4K support, and believe me, they struggled so hard zoning out the offlaner and getting the levels on the support. It's so common, but it's not the easiest thing to learn. Hold on, let me run that. Where are you exactly? Okay, you're walking out. Yeah, it's not the easiest thing it is easy to learn, of course, but it's not the easiest thing to actually make that into habit. You have to first when you find out what you should do, then it takes like 20 games to keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that
Mm.
to make it into habit. So I'll point out what to do afterwards. But for now, what you should definitely be focusing on is getting the wards on time and placing them. I'll tell you also where to place them in a bit. Um, Placing the wards, and you need to always carry TP. Make sure when the lane is a lane is empty and you're not doing anything, TP to that lane and get the XP, and also always be stacking and pulling. You guys, both of you didn't really focus too much on stacking and pulling. If you had, then this guy who is level 5 right now would have been level 4 or even less maybe. And their supports would have been low level. Holy shit, this guy's not a support. Sorry, this guy's a support. And they're both level 4 as well. So your aggro tri lane definitely worked out. It kept them under leveled. It kept this guy under farm. So and your axe has got already level 9. Minute 90's got blink. So you guys did like your team as a whole did extremely well in this aggro tri lane. So that's all good. But my only concern is your levels. So that's only. Am I pausing it? Okay. See.
Yeah, yeah, that's not really related, but we should have killed the egg. I think we did actually. We might have done.
It's just pause for too long. Wow, it's a long pause. Oops. Yeah, looks like you guys did. Yeah, 3 hits. It's easy. The warlock is not microing the column. Okay, once again, you're going in way too far, and that's fine because you're a carry core player, and your positioning immediately it's gonna be you're gonna go back to your what you know, and that is right clicking the tower, standing here. But you shouldn't be here. In fact, you should always try to be outside the vision. So let me see. You should try to be here, so the enemy team looks at this and they think, okay, there's only 2 people, and you're always standing around here, so that when they do go on one of your cores, you can throw a heal bomb, you can shallow grave immediately. You don't need to come in for the right click, and that's also why some people actually don't even take a single point in poison touch, especially if it's an offlaner who you're not going to be able to get a kill on. The only reason why you want a poison touch is because you want to zone out the offlaner, and that is it. There is no other reason. But most high level people, they actually won't even take a single point in poison touch simply because the range. It's you have to actually get in the face of the enemy opponent to throw the poison touch, and as a dazzle, you never want to go that close.
Yep.
So that should tell you a lot about how you should be positioning yourself. Like this burn, you shouldn't have gotten this burn because you would have been standing here.
Yeah.
It's not a big thing, but it's just might as well. Okay. Right. Now about the war.
This was their fault. I said let's back. They're all up. We haven't got our ults. Let's just back off. And I sort of TP'd and was like, I'm going mid.
I was about to tell you something which is very similar to what you just commented on. First off, you have a ward. You guys are 5 people here. So what you should do with this? Well, you should never be pushing the. Okay. Let me make it into the best phrase possible. What you should do is before you started pushing even, you should go around this area and you should have put a ward up here. And I'm talking 1 minute ago. right?
Yeah.
But now that you are 5 people here, you should now tell your team, wait, let me ward, and then we will push. So you go around, do the same thing. You go around, you put a ward up here. As soon as you put a ward up here, you'll see 4 people here. You tell your team, all right, let's go back. Let's go somewhere else. We can't fight. We can't take this tower, right? So you need to provide this vision. And as if I was coaching this carry player right here, I would have told him, do not go here until your support puts a ward here. Otherwise, just go to the jungle and farm. So you should not be pushing in without vision. And as a support, you should always try to put the vision board down where you think the next push is going to happen. So let's say both of these towers are taken, and you're going to push this tower. So you need a ward around this general area. I like to put a ward up here, but really anywhere around here, or even a ward here, because what you want to do is you want to see the people incoming. You know, you want to know if somebody's coming in or where the enemy team is. Nice. Oh, where are you?
I told you I TP'd out.
Yeah, you TP'd out.
I told my team that we shouldn't fight, but
so they shouldn't have fought. That's true, but you shouldn't have TP'd out because what you're doing right now is what one of your cores should be doing. Definitely not a Dazzle. So not being with your team there is definitely your fault. You could have saved Axe, and you shouldn't have been here. Definitely shouldn't have been here. Why am I? Oh, I'm on free camera. Yeah. So this free farm that was here, that was not for you. That was for Axe. You're way too farmed as a support right now, which is bad. It's not a good thing. The reason for that is because your carries or your core should be getting that farm, not you. And you should be here helping your team and whatnot. But obviously, it's also their fault because they're here without vision. They're here without their support. Yeah. So yeah, they died. And you know what the biggest thing is? Axe is one of your highest net worth people, and he just died twice in a row.
Yeah. Well, I told you, this is what I mean. Like at the beginning, I know I didn't play well at all, but we did kind of lose because of the Axe.
Well, you can't really blame. As I said, like if you hadn't TP'd out of there, then you could have actually saved Axe there. Throw one heal bomb, throw a grave, and that's it. He will.
But it was the one problem we do have with our team is we decide on things like, okay, let's not fight here.
Yeah.
And then one person will get caught out, and then suddenly everyone will forget about what's just been said. You'll see it loads in this game of people dying and me just being like, nope, we're not fighting here.
Yeah, that happens. So the mentality that your friend is dying, so you want to jump in, that keeps you low. That keeps you in the lower. That stunts your MMR.
Yeah.
Right. So you need to assess at every single point in time. You need to assess. Am I going to contribute to this fight at all? Especially if you're a support, right? So you normally want to give your life for your carry, but you don't want to give 2 lives for one, right? So you really this really comes down to the assessing the situation correctly, and if the call was made here to back off and you TP'd out, yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine. This is a team game. This is not a pub. So then it's even if you're the captain.
I wasn't, but yeah.
Okay, if the captain, whoever the captain was, if the captain makes the call to back out and your team stays there, yeah, it's not your fault at all. But in a pub, this was definitely your fault because you shouldn't have gone out. So it's kind of hard this game because I'm actually teaching you 3 things at the same time, so it's a bit tough. I know it's too much to handle, but did I tell you I do put this on YouTube? Hello?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, did I tell you I do put this on YouTube?
Put what on YouTube?
All the sessions.
No.
Okay, so you can afterwards you can watch this on YouTube. So my students tell me that I tell them 100 things and they usually get 2 things out of that. So they go back to the YouTube video and then rewatch it, and then they can keep. So if I've told you at the end of this session, I will tell you one or two minor points and one or two major points, and you really just want to focus on those. And once you've got that, like in a couple of weeks' time or whatever, then you can come back to the video and see if you've missed something or forgot about something, or something else that I spoke about, but we both kind of forgot. So,
Okay.
all right, let's in this team fight, positioning is going to be extremely important. So let's look at your positioning. So you throw a safe, poison touch, which is nice. And now you're staying in the back. You're still staying in the back. You're staying in the back. You throw a shadow wave. Yeah, shadow
Shadow.
wave. You throw a shadow wave early on, which is decent. So that was more for damage really, which is fine. Right here you're going. Oh, see that you were. I was just about to say you're going in a bit too far in. All of your players, all of your team is pretty high in health, so you don't really need to go in close. You should be standing back, because it looked like you were going in for a right click or something.
Hmm.
Your axe, how did he die? Where was he? You should definitely have been even further back, like back here, and then you wouldn't have been gusted. And this is when, okay, so you probably wouldn't have been able to save axe, to be honest, because the nuke came down so hard. Like, you really needed to grave him here, and there's no way you would have known that this nuke is going to kill him. Axe would have died anyway.
Yeah.
Good, you're staying back. Nice grave. Throw another heal. All right, your team fight there was perfect. Apart from, I would say, just maybe try to stay even further back. Apart from that, that was perfect. Your contribution in that team fight was perfect. Absolutely nothing to criticize there. So,
Okay.
it's really outside of the team fights that you need to focus your energy on at the moment. Like right here, you're right clicking the tower. Yes, the enemy team is mostly dead, but you don't want to tell the enemy team where you are. They can obviously guess, but you don't want to tell them. You want to stay back behind your team.
All right.
And this is the point where boards are back up, but you guys, maybe they're in the courier. Yeah, they might be in the courier. Has one ward in the courier. As for where to place the wards, at this point in the game, this ward isn't really doing much for you. Simply because you guys are actually pushing towers and you want to be pushing towers. This ward is better if you have a core like anti-mage or Terrorblade or someone who wants to be farming in the jungle. This is really to protect your own jungle. That or get vision around Roshan if they have a team who's going to take Roshan. Yeah, Drow Ranger is a team who does take Roshan, but right now you guys are clearly focusing a lot on taking towers, pushing towers. You guys are all pushing right now, so you need to put that ward in the place where you're either taking where you're either pushing a tower or you're defending a tower. So you're obviously defending a tower here. So this ward right here, this is doing wonders for you guys right now. This is the most perfect ward I've seen this whole game. All right, let's see your positioning. You didn't need to go and throw that poison touch at all. It puts you in a very dangerous position. Yeah, that nuke, dude. That nuke is huge. Your positioning was fine in this fight as well. Where was Axe? Oh, Axe blinked in. And he could have gotten. Oh, that is such a shame. Oh, yep. Okay, so the gust was actually extremely good, but it was actually this supernova which was just amazing.
Yeah,
The
no, he was.
perfect spot.
That was part of the reason we lost.
That it's not just the supernova was like separating you from Axe, but Axe actually jumped behind the supernova and kind of killed himself there. So
Mm.
yes, nothing you could have done there, to be honest. You're going for a 4 staff now?
Yep.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Um, 4 staff allows you to stand even either stand even further back and be ready for your saves, or you can use it to help one of your team. Like let's say Axe is about to jump in and he gets um, ice pathed, so you can 4 staff Axe out, but just make sure you don't 4 staff him even further into the enemy team.
Mm.
All right. So you're still just roaming around. So you're having. This is the major point now. Apart, so the first major point was with vision, that you want to always be buying wards and you want to place the wards in either a place where you're taking a tower or defending a tower. So that's your first major issue, and then the second one is you're having trouble um, knowing what to do. And this you went to farm this camp because as a core you know that's what you should be doing. So you actually went back to your roots and went and farmed that camp. So instead, what you could have done is place this ward somewhere around this area maybe, and then told your team let's go and push, or maybe just go with axe. Keep a smoke. Go with axe. Oh, okay. You guys just smoked, so let's see what you guys do. That was what I was saying. You could have just smoked here with axe or without axe, even gone around here and placed the ward up here. And the reason why I say smoke is because obviously you know this is a dangerous area. So as soon as smoke breaks, you can just back off. Or if obviously smoke doesn't break, then you put the ward here and you safely take this tower. Do you guys decide to smoke here and go and kill this carry of theirs? So let's see what. Oh, that is a good gush. Let's see. Very dangerous. Okay.
Yeah. Bad positioning.
Very bad
Very bad
positioning.
positioning.
It was actually more of a very good macro player than your positioning. That was one thing. Secondly, not having vision in this area was the other bad thing. Um, Obviously, if you'd put a ward down here, up here, you would have seen the gang coming in. And thirdly, your axe is taking this tower. You guys should really be with the axe. And you put a ward up here. You take this tower safely. You get another ward. You put the other ward up here. Start taking this tower safely. You really didn't need to do this whole maneuver, even though it actually ended up being a good trade for you. Just this 3v3, 3 kills for 3 kills is a really good trade for you. But on top of that, you guys actually managed to take a tower here. One
Mm.
second, please. I'm busy, so I will. Huh? Oh, okay, I will come back and I'll be there in about half an hour. Close it up. Thank you. Sorry about that. Where were we? Yeah, pushing because here you don't have vision and you're going for a gank. Going for a gank is nice, but you're going for a gank in a place where you have absolutely no vision. So it's one of the most common mistakes that I myself make a lot of times. It's called, or at least I call it tunnel vision. You see
Yeah.
someone, you see someone all by himself. You're like, yes, I want to kill this guy, right? And you go in and you throw everything you've got. Suddenly you realize there's 3 people right behind him, and then you die. So it's something that takes a very very long time to. No thanks. Very long time to get used to or know. Get out of that tunnel vision thing. Know that you should always go only if you have vision. And as a support, you should put that vision there. Or
Okay.
rather, your whole team should only fight where you have vision. Right now, the only place you really have vision is here, so you can't really do much. What you can do is you can use smoke go around here, use scan, make sure there's nobody here, put a ward up here, and then take this tower while one person pushes this wave, most likely axe or something. So it's what I'm telling you is more for a team thing rather than what you should be doing yourself. Because again, this is not just a regular pub game. This is a
Team game.
yeah, team game. So this is what you should be really doing as a team. That doing this was really good, but they weren't really going to Rosh. So otherwise, that would have been a really good, nice team. Oh my god! Holy shit! You actually survived. Okay, that was really close. That was really really close.
I would have graved if I thought it would be that close, but
You did.
I didn't actually think it was going to be close. I thought they wouldn't kill me.
Okay, 33 health. 33 health is not like 2 or 3 health, but it was still, it looked pretty much like you were dead there. Alright, so now you see they are coming. So this is exactly the point where you should ward. Now you see they are all 5 coming, right? So either where's Shadow Demon? Oh, Shadow Demon is there. So what you should do right away is you should have had a ward, of course, to begin with. But even if you don't, you should ferry out a ward to yourself immediately. And the safest place now that they're already here, the best place is. Let me put the free cam here. Obviously, the best place to put the ward is right here, but they're too close now. You can't do that. So the next best place or the safest place for you to put the ward is here. At the very least, what it'll do is while you're defending tower, it'll give you vision around this area so that if somebody's actually coming in from the back, you'll be able to see them and act accordingly. Oh, wow! Thank you so much, and act accordingly.
All right.
So yeah, vision, very important. I mean, to be very honest, as a position 5 support, you're called a ward bitch, and for a reason, you know. that's one of your main things. That's all you're gonna do in the game. Mostly, you're gonna put down some wards. You're gonna do some healing, and you're gonna shallow grave, and then you're gonna die. That's your job. That's all you do, really. So tough life. Now your positioning here is perfect. You're staying much far behind. Like your SD got silenced and you didn't. So that tells you that you were in the perfect position and your friend wasn't. So that's really good. Yeah, you guys actually can't defend this tower, so that's good. Okay, that was some bad communication there. Your positioning is still pretty damn good so far. Why are you right clicking? Okay, apart from that small right clicking the birds thing, right? That's good. That's good. Oh, nice! You even lived through that, so that's all very good. Yeah, I actually don't have anything at all to say about your play during the team fights. You actually do that perfectly. The team fight you do perfectly.
I think he lives here.
I probably will, unless you can get some lucky poison touches on him. Yeah. Oh, now he's
No,
dead.
no, yeah.
That was a bold TP. Like after he dusted, he should have gone around the trees, and he most likely would have gotten away unless Shadow Demon has the poison touch at the right position and manages to get vision. But otherwise, I think Drow should have gotten away. Yeah. Anyway, so during the team fight, every single team fight that I've seen, apart from that one in the mid where it was actually the Phoenix's Supernova that was in the ideal position, your team fights are perfect. You just have trouble with everything other than that. let's switch forward a little bit, see what's going on. Yeah, you are struggling with words. You are very much struggling with remembering to buy words, and I think Shadow Demon is buying all the wards, but he's not placing them. He's either not placing them at all, or he's placing them in a really bad position. So putting this ward here, it's a bit late now. So you don't actually need this ward because your tower here, your tower is already gone, and you don't really need a ward here anymore. So this ward should have ideally been here on this high ground.
Yeah. Okay.
He gets a D ward, nice D ward. Again, the Shadow Demon puts the ward up here. Like this is not the time in the game where you need to be covering the river. You really don't need to be covering the river. You're defending towers and you're taking towers. So if anything, this ward should not have been. Oh, he didn't place this ward burst now. It's almost finishing. But even 6 minutes ago, you need a ward up here now. Simply because the next most likely tower they're gonna take is either this one or this one. Either way, this area is not safe for you to go on to defend or whatnot. So you need a ward up here and you need a ward up here. This way you can defend the mid tower and you can defend this tower with these two wards. And once you guys manage to defend these two, then you wanna obviously whichever tower you wanna push, you wanna put an aggressive ward up here or
Okay.
up here. So yeah, just keep in mind that you want wards where either you're taking the tower, so around that particular tower, or where you're defending towers, so around that tower. So yeah, you just focus on towers at the moment. You don't need to do any fancy liquid Kuroki warding shit. So yeah.
All right.
Oh, nice grave.
He dies straight away.
He dies. He's gonna die anyway, but at least he does some damage.
That's where we lost. Literally.
Let's look at this team fight one more time.
We didn't. We shouldn't have fought, and I think I actually even
No,
said
you
we
shouldn't
shouldn't have fought.
Yeah, you definitely.
But we
shouldn't.
I think they were pushed on for the fact that he'd used egg. He uses egg right here, well after this cooler, and we back off, and then we fight without the axe.
Yeah, he used egg, but your axe died.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Oh, that void did not. That's why. Yeah. But yeah, but your team fight was fine. Again. Yeah, you died, but you know what you just did? You managed to force their carry to chase you under the tower. What do you call it? Not include. What's the word? God damn it.
space created.
No, not space created. Not space created. You managed to isolate him from the team fight. He's chasing you. He's wasting his time. He's taking tower hits, just for a bloody support kill. And during that time, he's obviously not contributing to the team fight. So what you did was pretty good. Once again, your team fight is on point. So I will make note of that for next session. Also, actually, do you want to do the next session today or later on tomorrow or something?
What time is it? 8:20. No, I think we have to do it tomorrow. Sorry,
Okay.
I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Oh, okay. If you go on before you do a session with me, I would definitely ask you to first. Okay, where is it? Purge has a Dazzle. Purge plays a really mean Dazzle.
I really like Dazzle, but we wanted to do that combos, which we didn't really do. But I normally play like Shadow Shaman, CM, or Romas, like Kunkka, Marana.
Yeah, those are working.
Maybe next session. Maybe next session we can do like a Roma.
Yeah, okay, definitely. Roamers are really strong these days. Okay, this is most recent. Yeah, I would really ask you to watch this one. So tomorrow, the first thing you should do is watch this Purge video, and then play 1 or 2 games and then we can do a session, so that you've got all that knowledge, and you apply that. Obviously, I don't expect you to immediately do all of those things in your next couple of games, but what I do expect you for your very next game is definitely buy wards as soon as they come off cooldown, and you're gonna struggle to put them in the right place. You're gonna die a lot putting the wards down, which is gonna happen for the next 300 or so games, until you get the hang of it, or you preemptively you start thinking 2 minutes in ahead, in advance, and you put the ward down 2 minutes before you guys want to go where you think you're gonna be, and all of that stuff. So which is all fine, but definitely do expect you to buy the wards as soon as they come off cooldown and place them at least to the best of your ability where you think you're going to need vision. Definitely don't just put wards randomly in, like just like your SD just put a ward up here for no reason at all. He has no idea why he's putting that ward down in there either. This is where you kind of messed up a little bit. Okay. You were going with your team and you were like in the front.
Yeah, I was way too far forward.
Yeah. Alright. So far, really good engagement from both sides.
For some reason, our void's not there. This
ward here is perfect for you, and obviously their ward here is pretty good as well. So
we agreed not to fight here. We were like, we're not fighting.
You need to give that Rosh away.
Yeah, we agreed not to fight because our void wasn't there, and then like suddenly they've already got it. And
yeah, so now you need to get back to your base and defend high ground. And for high ground, you need a ward. Okay, so high ground vision is really tricky because you need a ward around here, an obs. I like to place an observer here, but it'll get dewarded really, really quickly because they're usually going to be carrying sentries. So you can put a ward up here if they're coming from the bot. You can put either a ward up here or just on the floor isn't too bad. And obviously the easiest one is right here to defend high ground if you're going to defend, or even here. But the biggest thing is you want to put a sentry down here.
Yeah, we do that. We do that.
Yeah. That will literally lose you the game faster than anything else. So yeah, definitely need to. I just lost the game today because we didn't anticipate them. We don't even know when they put that board up there, and yeah, that void just jumped us in 5-man chrono or something, and just lost the game just because of that one bloody observer board in base. All right, so good decision not to fight there. But you're going to have a really hard time defending high ground if you don't have vision of the enemy team.
Hmm.
Have fun trying to bust down radiant structures now.
Right, something's about to happen. Who's got the... Okay. There we go. Axe jumps in. So... Oh, not too bad. Nice chrono. Your positioning is... Oh, that egg. Oh, that egg. Oh, that egg is beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, that's GG.
I raged GG'd. I was like, I let you
No, that egg was just too good.
The thing about it was the axe, it might have been a good call, but he did it completely out of the blue, and we were like, oh wait, we're going what?
Yeah. Communication too easy for Arteezy. Yeah. The communication definitely just fell apart there.
Yeah.
X jumped in without you guys actually being there, so I would pretty much say you guys lost this game because of the axe.
We did, or not?
But that's not to say that you couldn't have done a lot more.
No, I agree. That's what I said at the beginning. Like, I could have done a lot more. But...
But yeah, you don't really. At the end of the game, you shouldn't be thinking, "Oh, we lost the game because of this and this person." You should every at the end of every game, if you're looking to improve yourself, you should just be saying to yourself, like, "Okay, what could I have done in this particular game to, you know, maybe put yourself in a better position than you already were?" So yeah, not too bad. I'm actually pretty impressed with your positioning. I don't actually um get to see many people who do team fight. It's actually the other way around. People usually do well in the laning stage and the other stuff, and then in the team fight they kind of just wet their pants and just do random shit and start panicking and whatnot. So you kept your cool. That's
It's
probably
just
because
synchronized panicking. I was panicking. I just ended up doing the right thing, I think.
I think it's probably because you're a core player, you're a carry player, and you just, the way you thought, your thinking works better in team fights because of that fact. But obviously, because, used to playing support, you really missed a lot of things.